What's up, guys? Belligerent here with, I guess, another Bloodline video. This is going to be kind of just some random thoughts and it's a little bit of venting. And, honestly, a lot of you may not be interested in it. But I'm trying to, I enjoyed a couple of the other videos I did where I just talked, and I know I got responses from people that enjoyed the kind of, I guess, I don't know, podcast style videos. Um, I don't know how many people will be interested in this. I guess we'll find out. I just got to get some stuff off of my chest. Got to kind of clear the air and just kind of clear my mind. And I think occasionally it's good for me to do this on a video because last time I had stuff on my mind and last time I let it get to me, it took me away from the game for a month. So instead of, kind of rage quitting, so to speak, and disappearing into to not making content, I'm gonna use some of this uh frustration that I have built up to make some content. And if you want to come along for the ride, then you're more than welcome to. So there's been a little bit of, I guess, drama going on in the Bloodline content creator community. So if you don't know, they have a content creator program. They've posted it in the Discord before a long time ago. I don't know if they even still post anything about it, but a long time ago they did kind of post about it, trying to draw people in to make content for the game. When they did that, I was already making content for the game. They had already contacted me to kind of create like a little partnership. It's an unofficial program. Uh, I'm not going to name any names through this, although if you guys are active on the Discord, you probably know some of the people involved in kind of running the unofficial program. But really what it is the program put together by the Bloodline community manager to try to build up content creators, to try to, encourage people to create content for the game. It's not something that Goat Games or anybody has like actually embraced, made official, and really. Now, I do believe there's a couple of content creators that have come to the game because of sponsorship from Goat Games, but they're kind of the outliers as opposed to the rest of our content creator group as far as like why we were here, why we were creating content. Most of us were here because we enjoyed the game from from early on and started making content. I think some of the content creators, uh, I think a lot of these particular individuals have come and went, but I think there were several people, especially in the beginning, who started making content just because they were looking for the free rewards that were being offered. And if you don't know, or you have, you didn't see the post back when or whatever, it's not a game changing amount of of rewards that they give the content creators. Like, um, I can do like, you know, maybe 110 pull of summons per week. Like, it's really not that impactful what they give us. And again, it's because it's not official. It's not backed by the company. It's just something that, um, the community manager and a couple of mods that help out with it try to do, essentially say thank you for creating content for the game. Um, it's a big job for those involved that aren't the content creators, namely like I said, the community manager, um, and one of the mods who has kind of taken the role upon himself to run the content creator program to help out that community manager with it. And by the way, whenever we're talking about mods, just understand that like the mods aren't getting paid by the company. All of them are doing it kind of out of just, wanting to participate in the Discord. So, you know, big props to them. Because I've seen them take on some crap from some people in that Discord, and They have to try to maintain their composure. They have to try to act professional, even though it's not their profession. And so big props to a lot of them. Shout out to Hush, because I miss Hush, who stopped being a mod a while back, and I don't get to talk to her nearly as much as I used to, and that makes me sad. Anyways, so on to the kind of the issue at hand, I guess. So a new person was brought in to help kind of, I don't know, help out with the program, because like I was saying, it's a big job for them. Like, they try to, or maybe they succeed in watching all of the videos that the content creators put out. Mostly because it's kind of how they track the rewards that they need to give out, but um, they want to ensure that the people involved in the program are making quality videos, which I think the majority of them do. And stuff like that. Just checking up, making sure, because like I said in the beginning, I think there were some people that were just uploading videos to try to get free rewards. And so they try to watch all of the videos. And so they needed some help, and I agreed that they needed some help doing that. Mind you, nothing that I'm going to say here is really, like, it's not affecting me personally. And what I mean by that is, I was making content for the game before there was a content creator program, because I enjoy the game and I enjoy making content. You can go back and look. The game launched on June 23rd. My very first video about the game was on June 26th. So I've been making content on this game since day 3 of its release. So none of it really affects me. I want to do what I want to do. Although I guess in a way, obviously the evolution of the game has affected me. It's caused me to step away from the game, stuff like that. Sometimes sometimes I question, do I want to be involved with the game? Do I want to support the game? Should I keep making videos for the game? Because even if it's in a very, very small way, because it's not like I am a giant content creator, although we did just hit 2.3K subscribers. So shout out to everybody there. We might have to do some kind of little contest giveaway, something like that, to see if we can push for like 3K or something. But I've reached way more subscribers than I ever imagined when I started doing this. But at this point, like, even if it's just a small number of people, and my views have dropped, especially after I stepped away there for that month, and I haven't ever recouped my viewership from where I was at that point. I think, some of it is people just move on and they find somebody else to support, and other of it is a lot of people have just moved on from the game. My Discord has the activity in it has probably died by 75% or more. I appreciate all the people that are still active on it, and I'm not discounting them whatsoever. Like, I have a great time in our Discord with our community. But my Discord used to be much livelier with people from Bloodline. But even to whatever small degree that I affect the community through my videos, through my tutorials, my guides, and rants like this, even though it's not exactly a rant, it's more of a vent. I do acknowledge that I have some effect. Maybe not huge, but I have some effect. And so sometimes I have to question, do I want to keep lending my support in regards of the effect that I can have, in regards of, being a place for new people to go to watch my videos, to ask me questions through YouTube or on Discord? Do I want to keep being a part of that? And, from time to time, the game, things, the game, the company, the developers, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to attribute it to, some of the decisions that are made makes me question that. So right now, what has me questioning it is this content creator program, community, whatever you want to call it, that we have, where someone was brought in to assist with the program. And I don't know if they were instructed to approach it the way they've approached it. I don't know. I don't know what conversations were had. What I do know is one of the things that kept me around. Obviously, one of the biggest things that keeps me around is my community. All of you that watch my videos, all of you that respond to me, comment to me, even the people that hate on me in the comments, even the people that lose respect for me because of something I said or a misunderstanding or whatever, even, the people, even the people that disagree with me, even the people that tell me my tier lists are garbage, even the people that come to my Discord. Like, I love the interaction with my community. One of the other things that has kept me going is that I very much enjoy working with the Bloodline community manager and the head mod of, I don't know, the head mod, that's not the right term, the mod that heads up the content creator program. So just to put that out there, get that out of the way, I very much enjoy those. And I don't know what was said. Like I said, I'm not privy to any of the conversations of when they brought this new person in. But here's how it seems. It seems like this new person has come in treating it like it's their own program and they're the sheriff and that they can control everybody. Now, if you want to tell me that some of the rules were being ignored, if you want to tell me things got a little bit loose with the content creators and things need to be a little bit tightened up, maybe the quality need to be a little tightened up for what they're giving rewards for, I don't know, if you want to tell me some of that, okay. But the way it's been approached is not commensurate with any of the activities that I have witnessed. And so it's been very off-putting lately. And just to clarify, like, I did try to address this kind of behind the scenes quietly, and it wasn't handled in a way that I really thought was appropriate. Not appropriate, satisfactory. The result was not satisfactory. So let's get to the matter at hand and kind of what has me questioning all of this and whether I'm going to continue supporting Bloodline through my videos or if I'm just going to fully move on to something else. So long story short, there was some new rules laid out for us, which I don't even know what the original rules are. I don't know if there were original rules, whatever. The rules were rules. Again, they don't affect me very much. If you want to know what the rules are, Neon put out a video, which is actually, this video is actually a good is part of the subject that we're talking about. But if you want to go watch her video, she actually goes through and breaks down every single rule. Now, I don't necessarily feel as strongly as she does about all the rules. I mean, because look, basically what the rules are boiling down to is this is our Discord server. We're giving you guys the platform to post your videos. to our community and our Discord server, and you are allowed to critique things. But if you're just going to straight up blast the company or the game or whatever, you can't post it on our server. Just keep it strictly on your YouTube channel. Okay. But anything else, guides, stuff like that, you're allowed to post. So that doesn't really affect me because I have always approached it that way. If I was gonna, in some of the videos where I've blasted the game, I didn't post them in the server. I always kind of approached it that way. There may have been one or two when I was reaching the height of my frustration that I might have posted. I don't remember, but I've pretty much always kept, like, if I was going to throw the game or the developers or whatever under the bus, it was on my channel only. I tried to keep the stuff that I posted on the official Bloodline Discord to just guides and helpful information. But not necessarily everybody else approached it that way, which is fine. Like I said, it was, I don't know that it was ever specified that was an expectation. But essentially, that's what these rules broke down to. And just to be clear, okay, like, at one point I removed it because it wasn't, it wasn't really getting a whole lot of attention. But at one point I had a channel on my server for other content creators to post their videos. Somebody asked me for it, so I opened it up. A few people posted in there. But ultimately, like, I kind of got to the point where it didn't seem productive. There weren't very many people posting on any kind of regularity, and I removed the channel when I cleaned up the server. And nobody ever asked about it, so that kind of shows you how much that it wasn't being used. But when I did that, if a content creator had badmouthed me, I wouldn't let it on my server. Right? Like, you're not going to come into my home and talk smack about me and me, still serve you dinner. Furthermore, if there was a content creator that I knew was talking smack about me in their videos, I wouldn't have let them post any videos on my server. So that's why I do have some respect for the fact that on the official Discord, they say, hey, if you're gonna slam the game or slam the developers, just keep it in your own house, but we're still gonna let you post other things. Like, I have respect for that because that's more than I would give somebody on my server. Call me petty if you want to, but that's just the way I look at it, right? Like, if, and just in kind of any aspect in life, right? Like, if you and I aren't friends, why am I going to use my resources to help you out? Like, if you're set out to hurt me or my family or whatever, why would I help you out? So from that point of view, I respect the kind of the rules and the guidelines that they kind of laid forth, because they're still open to people down talking the game, but also still giving them access to post on their Discord. So I can respect that. Okay. So these rules were all laid out. One of the things in the rules said if you had to be warned about this 3 times, you would have the content creator role removed from you. You wouldn't be able to post the videos to the creative guides channel anymore, etc., etc. You wouldn't reap the benefits of the content creator program. And I bring that specific one up for this reason, okay? And we go back to the video that Neon made. She made a video where she went through all of the rules, gave her opinion on some of them. I watched the video. There was no bashing of anybody in that video. Like, there were a few times I'm watching, I go, uh-oh, here she goes. And she never did. There was no, like, it was so mellow, especially compared to some of the things that I've seen Neon say. It was so, like, I was completely confused. Okay. And you know what? I'll leave a link to that video in my description here. If you want to go watch it, you can watch it and make your own decision. of whether you think she crossed some kind of line about bashing. Okay. And just keep in mind, I mean, and you can, if you go watch that video, you'll see all of the rules and exactly how they are written. But it says specifically in the rules that we were given, any kind of disagreement, negative feelings, or negative feedback about the game needs to be presented in a manner which is constructive criticism, not just bashing somebody. I think she nailed that to the T. I wish I could offer some constructive feedback that well. I can't offer constructive feedback without people knowing that I don't like something. But go watch the video. You don't have to listen to me. Make up your mind for yourself. And so I thought the video was very well done. I didn't think that it broke any of the rules. And somehow, for some reason, inexplicably, the video was removed. It didn't bash anybody. By the rules that we were given, it was removed. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. By the rules we were given, it should have been okay to post that on the Discord. From my perspective, and not just my perspective, but I'm only going to speak for myself. The video was only removed because I don't like, I want to say she was bad mouth, but she wasn't even bad mouthing. She had some constructive disagreements with the rules we were given. Maybe it was because she made them public, but there was zero on that video that should have got her video removed. And guess what? It got removed. And so for that right there, that is a misuse of power in my mind. I mean, you want to see some, and I'm trying to be tactful, but you want to see somebody get bashed, like that's what this video is for. Because this is, it's out of control with this new individual. Now let me finish the story, right? So then there was a conversation in the content creator room about it. And I read back through the discussion. I didn't see, like, there was no blatant, like, nobody was cussing out anybody. I mean, of course there was, it was a disagreement. There were some cheeky things said, probably some passive aggressiveness on both sides. I don't even know if I would call some of it passive aggressive, like I thought. And I'm not going to say by who or for who, because you know what, forget it. Neon, I thought, handled herself very well. She was a little blunt at one point, but it wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't cursing anybody out. I've been involved in a less respectful conversation in that room with people than what I read. And so essentially the conversation went on for a few posts, and then to limit the collateral, to limit the damage, I guess, to limit how far that the conversation was going to go, she said that she was going to remove herself from the conversation, that she was leaving, and she said bye. Not leaving as in I'm, quitting. And she just said that she was going. Okay. And now after that, the content creator role was removed from her. Now, again, like, I've tried to handle some of this behind the scenes. I didn't feel like there was a satisfactory outcome. But I do believe that at the time of me recording this, that she is going to get that role back, because there was an agreement that she shouldn't have lost her role at like the minimum amount that you can agree upon with that whole situation. I told them that she deserved an apology because it was a blatant misuse of power. Frankly, it was BS. As has been a lot of things since this individual has joined the fray. And I am not satisfied with the defense of everyone's not perfect. People, whatever. Because it was I felt like it was brushed under the rug. I don't believe that she's going to get an apology, at least at the time that I released this, she hasn't got an apology. Granted, this is, and I don't know if I've already said this at this point, like I'm just rambling. I don't, like, this is not getting posted on their Discord. Because again, I just like if I'm gonna blast somebody, and I'm being very restrained with my blasting of. Now, let me say this. You if you have followed me, if you're like a day one follower, if you have followed me for any amount of time, you know that I always try to see both sides of the story, or at least different points of view, not necessarily both sides of the story. Okay. Sometimes in my experience, it takes people time to get used to and learn the boundaries of their new position. There have been jobs that I've had that I almost lost because I couldn't, or I wasn't figuring it out fast enough. Um, one of the jobs that I had the longest and moved up the highest within the organization compared to any of my other jobs. At the time, you know, my manager had to have just a very kind of blunt, straightforward conversation with me. And, he told me, look, people love your ideas. They hate your attitude. And, that helped me turn things around. Sometimes people just need a chance. And I'm not unwilling to give people a chance, but I got to see some type of effort being made. Okay. Because otherwise, guys, I don't know if I can keep supporting Bloodline. I know that a lot of you will probably say, just don't be part of the program. Don't deal with those people. Just keep making your content. And I hear you. I do. But with everything going on, with kind of the negative direction that the game is going, with that, like, I don't know if I don't know. It's just, and this is why I'm doing the ramble thing. Because I just don't know. Like, I'm trying to clear my head and I'm trying to think this through. Like, this is my community. I know all you guys that are watching, especially if you're listening to me right now. I think we're about a half hour in. Like, you guys are the troopers here. Like, I appreciate all of you, but I also know that because I've tested it and I can see the numbers on my videos that aren't Bloodline related. Like, if I move on from Bloodline, I'm going to have to essentially start all over building a new community, because, my viewers are from Bloodline. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. But I truly do enjoy my community. I truly do enjoy all the people that support me, my subscribers, and the people that just come and hang out on the Discord, and you know they have kind of become, in a sense, friends. I mean, as difficult as it is to call somebody a friend when the only thing you know about them is kind of on Discord, but I feel kind of that camaraderie with a lot of people on my Discord. And so to just walk away is kind of hard, but I got to tell you, like, I'm getting close to that point. If you have thoughts or ideas or whatever, let me know in the comments below. Help me come to terms with some of this. Tell me I'm an idiot for even worrying about it. Tell me that, or agree, tell me that I need to take a stand and make that move or whatever. I don't know what the right thought process is, but what's going on right now is not acceptable to me. And like I said, it's not really affecting me. Nobody's coming at me, but I see it happening to other people who I feel a camaraderie with because we're all kind of the content creators there together. And I just don't like the tone that is happening in that group. And in a way, I feel like my only way to take a stand is to walk away from it. Like I don't know what else I can do. Make videos like this, I can make a call to action. Everybody go to the Discord and tell them to knock it off, but I'm not going to tell you names of who's doing it. I'm going to at least have that much tact. And the sad thing is, really all that is needed to fix it is an apology. You messed up. Like, that's what it boils down to. You messed up. Be self-aware. Be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Don't make other people hold you accountable. Don't make me have to come make a video to hold you accountable. You messed up. You went too far. You set the rules. She abided by the rules. And you still abused your power. You went further than what should have been done. Even if she had posted a video that didn't abide by the rules that we were given, she should have got 3 warnings. You didn't even get her 1. But on top of that, her video didn't break any of the rules. She offered some constructive criticism. She kept her thoughts very mild. And you just messed up. So own it and go apologize. And try not to make the same mistake again. I feel like that's all any of us can do in life. If you mess something up, you own it and you try to fix it. Too much of our society right now is the whole this whole don't judge me crowd. You know what don't judge me means? It means I don't want to be accountable. I want to do whatever I want to do, and I don't want to be accountable for everything. No, you need to be accountable. Accountability is a real part of life. You need to hold yourself accountable. So, I don't know. We'll see what comes of it. We'll see where it goes. I hope to hear some thoughts from you guys. Again, I don't know how many of you made it this far, but I hope to hear some thoughts from you guys. Help me kind of guide my thoughts, guide my decision. Because right now, I don't know that I'm going to continue making Bloodline content. And just for the record, like, this is not an in the moment overreaction. Like, this happened 3 or 4 or 5 days ago. I don't remember exactly how long ago. I was waiting for a response. I offered my thoughts. I kind of took my stand in private, and I was waiting for a response. It's, it's a holiday, it's a weekend, it's stuff like that. Not everybody was available, which is fine. It's not a job. I don't, uh, even if it is like it is somebody's job, but obviously if you have a job, you have days off. So I wasn't like, this has been for a couple of days. Not like this just happened and I came here to vent. Like this has been going on. Like this could have been squashed 3 or 4 days ago with an apology. Hey, look, I overreacted. I'm sorry. Here's your rollback. I shouldn't have taken it that far. But no, it's just a power trip. And that's what this whole experience has been since this person has been brought in. It has just felt like they just need some power. That's the best way I can think of to describe it is that it's just kind of a power struggle here. Um, Again, I don't know what was said to them in the background. I don't know if maybe they were told, "Hey, you need to keep these content creators in check because they're running roughshod on the game." I don't know what it was told to them. I kind of doubt that was told to them, but maybe it was. And if it was, you know, whoever told them can come at me, and then I'll have that conversation with that person. But until I know otherwise, like this is just somebody who was given, a position and they're like way like left field. So yeah, like I said, I've kept everybody's names out of it, except for Neon, because you can go watch her video, make up your mind for yourself. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Tell me if you think she overstepped some kind of boundary. Yeah, I don't think she did. Would I have handled it the same way she did? No, not necessarily. Otherwise, I'd have made the same video she made. Um, like the only thing I would fault her for, and this has never been stated as an intention, so it's not. I don't think she's wrong for it. It's just kind of my approach. Is I kind of the kind of the I feel like the content creator chat room there between us and the mods and the community manager and stuff. It's kind of kept private for a reason, and sometimes like not all that information needs to leak out. That's the only thing that I kind of disagree with her for doing on that video. But again, that was never a stated intent of those Discord channels. It was never a stated intent that it was like a hush hush, these are top secret conversations. No, that's just the way I personally approach it, is like it doesn't all need to be aired out in public. But it's not a requirement. It was never a stated intention, so there's no reason for her to approach it the same way I would. And again, I encourage you, go. I'm gonna put it. I don't usually link other people's videos in my description. Go watch her video. You tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm off base. You tell me if any of that sounded, you know, like it was blasting somebody or anything other than her sharing the new content creator rules. Which, by the way, content creator rules have been made public in the past. Her sharing the rules and giving some constructive criticism thoughts. I don't know. Again, we're probably close to about 35, 40 minutes in. If you're still hanging with me, you guys are the real ones. Like, comment, subscribe, and please leave me some comments so I can kind of clear my head and get some other people's perspectives on this. Tell a friend. I'm belligerent. Peace.